Okay, we are here with the legend, Darryl Strawberry. Let me just roll off some of your highlights. Like three-time World Series champion, eight-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year, the pride, the heart of Crenshaw Cougars. I mean, I could just go on and on. Darryl Strawberry, how are you today?
Well, you made it clear that the pride of Crenshaw Cougars. That's more important than any stat. Coming out of California and born and raised here in Southern California and going to Crenshaw High, take a lot of pride in that. Take a lot of pride in growing up in South Central with my boy Eric Davis and Chris Brown and so many other guys, that come from Southern Cal, Eddie and Ozzie, to play Major League Baseball. It's such a great honor to always be back home and come back home and visit. And I'm just thankful. Everything is well. Doing well. It's good to be here today and doing what we're doing today.
Let's tell everybody what you're doing here today. You're at Legends Attic, which is Oral Hershiser and his partners put this together. It's still, what do you think? What was your first reaction to this place?
I was like, wow, Oral Hershiser and his partners put this together. It's amazing, as you can see. That's his history of what he did here in LA with the Dodgers and everything. And you have a place like this and you gather and you bring people. It's very unique, very special. Baseball is a very special game. And so many wonderful guys have come along and done so well in the game of baseball to be recognized for what they contribute to the game. Of course, everybody doesn't get into the Hall of Fame, but there are players that have had great success and done a lot of great things for this game and made this game special. And when you look at that and you look at number 55, they beat us in 1988 and went on and beat that Oakland A's team. So, I don't feel too bad. I felt kind of bad and sad forever after they beat us in that 88 series, Dodgers-Mets. But it was a great time, and to see them go on and win that series against Oakland made it a little bit more easier for me.
It made it easier. It eased that pain of that year. But, you've got your rings, you've got your accolades. And you were talking about, you saw Fernando Valenzuela on the wall, speaking of 88, like Oral, do you have any stories about them? You have good times, good memories with those guys?
I have a lot of good memories playing in 91 with the team I played, and Eddie and all those guys and Oral and all those different guys, young guys, Piazza and Eric Karros, those guys were young at the time, but just being able to play at that level and play at Dodger Stadium. I played twice at Dodger Stadium before I came and played for the Dodgers. I played there in high school at Crenshaw High, City and Championship, 1979. We lost to John Elway in Granada Hills that year. And then I played my last high school game in 1980 and hit a home run in my last at bat at Dodger Stadium. So the memories will flow forever, and they will always be there forever.
That's right. John Elway, city champ. So it was kind of meant to be you. Of course, you had to come back and play for the Dodgers after that wonderful Mets run. Came back to LA. You were in the city championship. South Central, that's your city, right?
South Central is home. Take a lot of pride of growing up there and take a lot of pride of coming out of there because it's a place where you have to make a decision on your life. And some make the right decisions, some make the wrong decisions. And I made a decision that I wanted to play sports. And so I focused on that, and I didn't focus on the streets and the gangs and everything because it's all out there. It's all out there for anybody to get trapped into it. And you just hope a lot of young people don't get trapped into that because it's a dead end. And you go on to do something great for yourself. And I was able to do that. I was able to face the challenges and do something great and be able to play Major League Baseball.
Well, I know you also were playing basketball for Crenshaw, but you chose baseball. You went on to have this wonderful career. Not only are you 6'6", but there was something about your presence in that box, right? Like you were fearsome, you were a slugger.
Well, I didn't play around, put it like that. I was very serious, very determined. Success is real. Failure is part of being successful. And we all go through that, We all go through the different challenges and the ups and downs of what life is all about. But it's not how you start, it's how you finish the race. And I think a lot of times that most people don't focus on finishing the race. They always focus on the start. So I'm grateful that I was able to understand that point about life and being able to know that finishing is very important. You want to finish on top. You want to finish on doing something greater than you did by putting just on the uniform.
And you were compared a lot. You were compared often to Ted Williams. Did you know Ted Williams was half Mexican?
I didn't know Ted Williams personally.
No, of course not. He was much, older.
Yeah, boy, yeah. When I finally realized that, I was compared to Willie McCovey, Ted Williams, some great Hall of Fame players who did great things in the game, and I would go on and have that success too at the major league level. And I think that's what we all have to learn. Having success at a level of playing Major League Baseball is not easy. It's very hard to do. The challenges are real, and can you live up to it? Can you receive the failure just as well as being successful at the same time? And a lot of times, a lot of players don't value the importance of that, because that's really what the game is all about. It's about some highs, it's about some lows, and you just can't get too low.
One of your quotes, it says, pain can lead you to your greatness, and you can testify to that, correct?
Pain can lead you to your greatness. Pain is real. Pain is the reality of life, and all of us are going to have some pain at some point in time. It's just a matter of how do we deal with it. And it can lead you to your greatness, but your greatness can eventually lead you to your destructive behavior too, if you don't get well. So in the time of playing baseball, I didn't get well, but after my career in baseball, I got well, and now it is my greatest gift, to be able to go back and do what I do and be who I am today and help the multitude of people. That's the fun part of it. You get to go help somebody else. It's not over till it's over. Just like Yogi said, the game is not over till it's over. Life is not over till it's over.
And you do so much for so many. You always have, though. I know you don't like to brag. You're very humble. You and Eric Davis, from the simplest act of being at the park, playing with the youngsters, till now having your foundation. I mean, everything in between, correct?
I love people. I've always been crazy about people, and I just remember from growing up in the South Central and knowing the challenges of growing up in that area. I realized that I always wanted to go and give back and make sure people know that they can come from these areas and be successful no matter where you come from. Don't allow anyone to hold you down and hold you back and say you can't, because when you do, you lose the battle. Keep fighting and never give up and never quit.
I love that so much. Last question. This year, the Dodgers, first impressions, any predictions? How are they looking to you?
They look great. I mean, they look great all the time. It's just a matter of keeping it together, because baseball's a long season, and everybody need to understand, the fans and people need to understand there's going to be some roller coaster rides, but it's about when you get into September, how you playing baseball. That's when it's really going to count, because that's going to take you into October, and that's going to take you into the next level of playoffs, and that's when you really want to be ready. You can do good in April, May, June. And all teams do. A lot of teams do well, but when you get to that last point, that last run, that's when you got to be prepared emotionally. You got to be prepared, for the emotional run. Not the physical. The physical part is going to be there, but your emotional, you got to be able to be prepared for that, to accept the challenge when it comes, and that's what playoff baseball is all about.
I love it. I loved the way the homers portrayed you. I love Harvard Park on Prime. Everybody should check that out. Thank you, Darryl Strawberry, for taking time with Bleed Lows.
Well, thanks. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.